Can the Saints special teams unit this year contribute in a way to lead to a Super Bowl berth? We'll break down the special teams room in this episode. Here we go. So please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and join the Great Saint Think Tank via Facebook. A lot of things happened last year with the Saints special teams that kind of really put a lot of people on notice. The fact that Deonte Harris showed up and became a Pro Bowler. Deonte Harris showed out the first Saints kick returner, punt returner since the beer man Michael Lewis to become a Pro Bowler. So much love to Deonte Harris, who did it big. In 14 games for the Saints last year, had 24 attempts for 644 yards. He averaged almost 27 yards an attempt. His longest was a 51-yard breakout. And then on the punt side of things, he did it 36 times for 338 yards. He averaged almost 9.5 on a carry. He had a touchdown as well in this year, and he played a really good position. Even had some chance to play in the Saints offense as well. His speed is really something special, and he's an awesome, really tough player. Deonte Harris is a special player in my book, and I think the sky's the limit for this kid. I think the upcoming season, the Saints will use him more on the offensive side of the football, but I'm continue to look for great things from the Saints special teamer, Deonte Harris. Now, I can't really talk special teams without talking about the fact that the Saints did upgrade, in my opinion, and hired a special teams coach from Miami, Darren Rizzi. He was a guy that has an extensive background with the special teams. He's led some of the best special teams in the league with his time with Miami. And the mere fact he took over the Saints special teams room last year showed you that that was a major part in Deonte Harris' game going up to another level. I love the fact that they brought this high caliber coach in here to add to the rest of the really solid coaches that we have throughout our team. And I just think Dan Rizzi is going to continue to install his system in the special teams. And you're going to continue to see the Saints special teams explode. You're going to continue to see the Saints get better blocking on punt returns and kickoffs, as opposed to a few years ago when Bradford Banner and the rest of these previous special teams guys were in here doing it. It wasn't so good. But notice the fact that when the lanes opened up, Deonte Harris was able to expose the opposition on the special teams and get solid field position. Expect more of that to happen and ratchet up as Rizzi's system settles in with the special team aces. Then outside of that, we're looking at other fantastic players on the special teams that really tell the tale. We got guys like JT Gray, who was doing a spectacular job. Guys like Justin Hardy, Craig Robertson, Anthony Chiquillo is a guy you can throw to that mix that'll help out. But some of these guys have done terrific work in the special teams room this year. Seeing a lot of our aces going into the future. Then we get to some of the specialty guys. We got to start with Thomas Morstead. He is a living legend in my book, a Hall of Famer right now, 6'4", 225 pounds. Morstead, in my opinion, is an excellent player. I've always had a lot of love for Thomas Morstead, and he was terrific last year for the Saints. He had 60 punts. He averaged 46.2. He had the longest punt he had was a 64-yard punt, and then he put 60. He put 29 of the 60 inside of the 20 yards. That's almost half. That's half of the punts. 60 punts, he put almost half of them inside the 20. That's perfection. And of course, we know he's getting a little older than two. He's 34 years of age, but I still love what Thomas Morstead brings. They brought in a punter to compete with him by the name of Blake Gillikin, who the Saints like. And the question could be, could the Saints be looking at getting rid of Thomas Morstead and freeing up the $3 or $4 million that's on the books for him? It could be possible. Anything's possible. But Gillikin is a guy they picked up, 6'2", 195 out of Penn State. He's a guy that's interesting, has a lot of potential, and we'll see where this goes. But he's there for a reason. That's no doubt about it in my book. And then, of course, we're going to keep it moving. How can we talk special teams without talking Will the Clutch Lutz, who has done some terrific work since the Saints picked him up. He's been special. The Saints gave him a big fat contract that made him one of the highest paid kickers in the NFL. He is an absolute stud in my book. His field goal average is 89%. This guy, field goal average is 89%. His extra point average is 98%. This dude is awesome. And by the way, his field goal percentage of 89.9 is 7th in the NFL. his longest field goal was a 58-yarder, which was tied second in the league. And then he's put up 144 points for the Saints, which was second in the league. So it's Will the Clutch Lutz continues to do it big for the Saints. And I just love our special teamers. Deontay Harris, Will Lutz, Thomas Morstead. The specialty guys are awesome. Our aces are there, and we can't be stopped. And, of course, how can we'll finish it off by talking about our lone snapper, Zach Wood, signed a 4-year contract with the Saints to be down here. And he will contribute from that position. So Zach Wood along with Will Lutz and Thomas Morstead are very solid. They work really well together. And I like that camaraderie our special team unit has. And they will become more of a strength as the Saints defense rises up. Special teams is there. We are a complete team. And there is no lack in any area of this team. And I just absolutely love it. And, of course, kick returner, we talked about Deontay Harris. In the potential backups of guys like Taysom Hill, Elvin Kamara, Ty Montgomery, and so on and so forth. So there is depth if needed to compete in the special teams room. So it's the future is bright for the special teams moving forward, just like the rest of the Saints offense. Thank you guys for joining us on TSC Flash Reports. This is the final breakdown of the series. I want to thank all you guys for supporting this. Please feel free to go back and watch the previous parts if you haven't. Please feel free to share these reports on all of your social media. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button, join the Great Saint Think Tank Facebook group. The link is in the description section below. Check out the merch. Who that to you?
What up, founder? This is Big Q. Telling you about the Pro Shop, letting you know that we have over 35 different designs on tees, sweaters, coffee mugs, smartphone cover cases, Apple and Android, pillows, wall art, bath and bedding, tank tops, all kind of products are available at the Pro Shop. So show your support at the Pro Shop. The links are in the description section below. With the promo code Stay Strong, you get 10% off at the final purchase. That's right, 10% off on your final purchase. So go to the Pro Shop. The link's in the description section below. Who that?
Perfect.